he really just defies anything that's normal, and not just the physical feats and the plays. It's the mentality.
Lob, LeBron! The lob, the jam to LBJ over Thompson. Oh, LeBron, the follow jam. Beautiful pass, the alley-oop for the James slam. LeBron goes right around the middle. The lob and the jam. Long lead, LeBron, great play. Here comes LeBron, LBJ.
All right, starting lineups. LeBron making his season debut. It is Luka Doncic, Austin Reeves, Rui Hachimura, LeBron James, and DeAndre Ayton, just like we thought. Here's LeBron on working his way back into the lineup.
Yeah, I got to work my way back into it. I mean, the guys have been doing road trips, shoot-arounds, been on flights, so I got to work my way back into the fold of things. So it's kind of like a kid going to a new school again, just kind of, got to learn the guys and everything. So they got some great chemistry, and I'm just, feel my way back in and do it organically. So it shouldn't be hard, but definitely it's going to be a fill-out process.
Danny, I want to go to you first here. Two sides to this when a superstar returns to action. James kind of just hit on it. How does he fit in with everyone, and how do the players adjust around him?
I don't think it's going to be rocket science. I don't think it's going to be too hard. He's been a chameleon for most. Obviously, he's been the guy, so people have to fit in around him. But the last couple of years, he's shown that he's been adaptable and can play off the ball, especially with Luka, and they made it work. They've had reps last year. Obviously, this is a new season. It'll be new for DeAndre Ayton and Marcus Smart. But everybody else has kind of had some kind of feel with him. But again, I think he'll make it easy. He'll talk, especially defensively. Offensively, he'll learn how to quarterback guys. But like Big Game said, I think he's going to take a step back a little bit, kind of, I wouldn't say backseat, more passenger seat to start, and then slowly work himself back into it. So I think guys will fit around him just perfectly because he draws so much attention when he's on the floor.
James, it's the starting lineup that we thought. And remember, Rui was with LeBron, AR, and Luka a year ago. DeAndre Ayton now at starting center. It's kind of fun to see that lineup. I know JJ's excited about it, as well as the bench now. I mean, the bench got deeper tonight. Vincent's back.
Yeah, and, the bench is something that they've always needed to improve on a little bit. But, JJ has the lineup that, that he thinks is strong and it's good to start a game and he can win with, and night in and night out. And when you get LeBron back, you're just getting, like, artificial intelligence. You're getting AI. Just throw it out there. It's going to be okay.
It's going to give you some good answers.
It's going to be all right. Whatever he has to adapt to, that's what you're getting with him.
That's it's going to give you some good answers. You put it in the chat what you need or whatever it'll produce some good action for you. But like you said, the depth on the bench has been upgraded now with Marcus Smart and Gabe Vincent coming with the bench. I think Jake LaRavia. If you have those guys coming with the bench.
Marcus Smart, Vando, Jackson Hayes.
You built some character with those guys being out. Now those guys you trusted more. Before the season, you probably looked at that lineup like, what kind of bench is this? But because they've shown and proved that they can do some good things, their character, their team, their lineup, their depth has gotten a lot better because of the injuries, which is a good silver lining.
JJ had mentioned it yesterday. He said, how does LeBron change things? Well, when you get a guy playing 35 minutes, it changes my rotations a lot. You got to put some thought into who's going to mix and match. All right, take your shot. Brought to you by Mercury Insurance. Big game, James. You're going with Rui?
Yeah,
kind of love that.
I'm gonna stay on Rui this year, man. Rui has a lot of potential. He's really shown it, and playing on high efficiency tonight. Going up against a player like Markkanen. He has the speed and the size and the strength to kind of hopefully the agility to keep up with someone like that. So it'll be interesting to see how he defends and rebounds tonight. We know he can score, but defending and rebounding tonight is going to be a big key for him.
Rui with the hoop earrings. He also gets some more looks with LeBron James out on the floor.
Who do you have?
I got DeAndre Ayton, man. He's been on a pretty good run so far. The last couple games, like 20-10 or so. He had a good one against the New Orleans, a good one against Milwaukee. Hopefully he continues this. I hope him and Bron build a good rapport because they're going to need that. But, his approach and his, mindset of the game, I like where he's at right now, and he's on a good roll, especially with a team without no Walker Kessler. I like his odds.
Mad Dog, give us the one
Big game.
X factor.
I have learned a lot from you in my 14 years, and sometimes you've told me don't overthink it, Geeter, and I am not going to. I'm not picking an X factor.
You going with the Kang?
I'm picking the Kang.
You going with the Kang?
LeBron James is back playing basketball, and I expect him to be LeBron, the league's all-time leading scorer, and the Lakers get the win down at Crypto. Let's go to Crypto. Bill and Stu have the call. Billy Mack, let's go.
Let's go. It's a big night in downtown. Crypto.com arena.
Get a great look at it. Spectrum Sportsnet proudly presents, as always, the NBA. Tonight, the Lakers take on the Utah Jazz. And earlier today, you see the time at 2:15. The King, the leading scorer in the history of the game, arrives for his debut of this season. A little bit later on, he takes the floor to warm up. The atmosphere here is unreal, playoff type like, and just moments ago, LeBron and his teammates on the floor. In fact, Laker fans, the Lakers are as healthy as they've been in years, maybe all of last year. Everybody is available tonight. But Stu, the main focus, of course, starting his record-setting 23rd year, is LeBron James.
Oh, there's no question about it. Everybody's been waiting for this moment since this is the first time you'll see him on the floor officially this season. First player in history of the NBA to play 23 seasons. And I mean, that's a long 23 because he's just not on the court. He's been on the floor playing just so many minutes on that body. But he's been what I call almost a freak of nature for what he's been doing at his age. He continues to marvel with not only his athleticism, but his ability to come out every night, knowing that he's going to draw that defensive crowd to put on the show that generally ends up with Lakers on top. This is a guy that really knows about winning. And speaking of winning, Luka has been winning. I mean, he is on an absolute tear. Ask the Bucks on Saturday. He put 41 on them, but that's no big deal. He leads the league in scoring. He's had multiple 40-point games to start this season.
The opponent tonight, Utah. Everybody just figured they were going to run out the string all season long. The rebuild wouldn't continue. They're playing pretty good basketball right now. Here's the deal. They can't play any defense, but they can totally score. Put up a bunch of points, and one of the reasons is Lauri Markkanen.
Well, last time I checked, the team that scored the most points won the game, so they figure try to match us on the scoreboard. And this young man, Lauri Markkanen, he can flat score. He's coming off of a tremendous outing on Sunday against the Bulls when he put up 47, shot 17 three-pointers, made 6, but that guy can put the ball in the basket.
Get ready because LeBron is back. It's the return of the King, and you will see it all right here on Spectrum Sportsnet. Brought to you by Jack in the Box, the smashed Jack combo, the GOAT of the burger game. Back in downtown Los Angeles, and it's good to be back off the road. 10, 11 days gone. Lakers went 3-2 on the trip, and it's a brief one-game homestand because they will play Utah in Salt Lake City next Sunday. Starting lineup, and again, everybody is available. Everybody is healthy. LeBron, Rui, DeAndre, Austin, and Luka, the formidable 5. So the rotation will be how JJ dreamed it up during the summer. Svi Mykhailiuk, the former Laker, is in the starting lineup, and Yusuf Nurkic, remember all those years up in Portland. George is having a great breakout season. Lexus, keys to the game, Stu.
Well, it's going to be interesting tonight because you better defend the 3. This team can shoot it, led by Markkanen. So get your defensive 3s shoes on. You're going to need them. Benches, big time tonight. The Lakers are finally healthy. We're going to get a chance to see how the bench contributes in this game. And then points in the paint might be the deciding factor. Lakers have to continue to attack.
All right, Michael. Good to have you back as always. There you are. Let's talk LeBron. Who else are we going to talk about on this evening? Speak to me.
Yeah, well, look, he's just once again, okay, setting the bar and making history. When he steps foot on the court, he will be the only player to ever play in a 23rd NBA season. And this is not somebody that's just kind of doing it because to set a record. He was All-NBA second team last year. Now, how is it going to, in terms of him fitting in, that's not really something that his teammates or his coach are worried about. Austin Reeves was telling us after the previous game that LeBron has been texting them constantly during the road trip, and he's been, of course, watching all the games. Since he can do everything on a basketball court, Bill and Stu, he knows what his teammates require of him. And I think an underrated part of LeBron's game last year, Bill and Stu, he recognized that Luka and Austin do so much offensively. There are some things that they need from him defensively. And this is, again, the leading NBA scorer of all time. And he's trying to fit his game around them. So that tells you a lot about what LeBron's back for. He wants to win games.
Here we go, and with this tap, LeBron sets an NBA record, now in his 23rd season. All right, the Utah Jazz, of course, they've been playing some crazy basketball games the last couple. They had a double overtime win. In fact, they have scored at least 150 points in 2 of their last 3 games. That's called putting it up, just like George does right there. And up to get it is DeAndre Ayton. It'll be Luka bringing it up. Of course, how seamlessly will everybody integrate themselves now that all the 3 stars are on the floor together? Luka goes cross-court, looking for LeBron. Force that one a little bit, and out of bounds it goes.
Yeah, try to skip pass. Should have, I think, thrown the ball to Austin, and Austin maybe could have made the next pass.
LeBron bounce, and he turns it over. First turnover goes to rookie Ace Bailey. They have high expectations for him, and since he's been in the starting lineup, he's playing much better. Mikhailuk, and you know that he is a 3-point threat.
Well, he came into this league with that kind of reputation, so it should be no surprise to anybody.
Yeah, he just had his 4th double-digit scoring game over this last month, where he's averaging over 10 points. There's Mr. Mid-Range right there, and Rui scores.
Yeah, never did put it on the deck. All he did was catch, face up, and had the opening.
George into the front court, the City Edition jerseys and the special floor tonight here at Crypto.com Arena. Stolen away by Luka. Here they come 3-on-3. Doncic, stop, 3, whistle,
He
travel.
traveled. He did. He traveled. I agree. I thought for sure that he might get away with it, but the one official said, nope, I see it.
Here's a look at Will. Young Will Hardy, just 37 years of age. Of course, they are hurt now with Walker Kessler out for the year with a shoulder injury. Ace misses from the outside, and DeAndre sweeps the boards again. Now it's Doncic. Lobs in, Rui's underneath, ceiling well, puts it up, can't score! He gets it back, shovel pass, they'll work it around to LeBron. Now to Austin, his 3 is on the way, not gonna be close. And it falls right in the lap of Markkanen, who's been playing great basketball. Kind of the ball he was playing 2 or 3 years ago. Mikhailuk looking for 2 in a row, you bet. Svi for 3.
That one, I mean, he had time to read the commissioner's name and everything. He was so open.
So the Lakers off to a little bit of a slow start. We're just 2 minutes and 15 seconds into the game. Doncic just inside the free throw line. Ooh, that went way down and spun out.
Talking about getting tapped.
So George will be the one bringing it up. Keontae, who played a year at Baylor. There's Lowry from deep. Mikhailuk was thinking about it if he had some space. Instead, it's George shoot 3s. In fact, this team has made more 3s in their last 4 games than everybody in the league except for Golden State. So they have been firing away.
Well, it's a 3-point shooting league now, so it doesn't really surprise me.
And there's a 3-point shot by Luka. Rebound by Nurkic, the big fella. He's hit a couple of different teams before he found his way here to Utah and found himself a home, and he will see heavy minutes now with Kessler unavailable. George, we're going to one-on-one, little on big. They're going to go baseline, drive away and throw it down. That's Ace Bailey.
Boy, he went a nice baseline move, and then the finish was even better.
The rookie, the highest draft pick since Dante Exum for them. He was picked 5th. Lakers finally get another hoop. As that one settles in from DeAndre Ayton. Long lead ahead for Markkanen. Never comes down. He was beating Rui Hachimura.
The Lakers do that quite a bit, getting a taste of their own medicine.
Lakers will walk it up. Of course, this is a very deliberate team. A team that doesn't really run in transition much. Ayton comes up short. So the Lakers just kind of feeling their way here in the opening moments with their starters intact.
Well, a score here, and you may see a timeout.
George looks to attack again. He leans in, gonna be way short. Boy, he had the shot he wanted to. Up ahead for LeBron, toes the line. LeBron, first shot on its way. Straight as a string, but it hits the front of the rim, and now it goes weak side rebound to Mykhailiuk. George, who's handled it quite a bit. Markkanen. That one's off, and here we go, up and down with Luka. Doncic, who has missed some time this year, but now healthy again. He hits it. That little step back, mid-range shot.
We just waited to see what the defender was going to do after he did the step back. They didn't close on him, so he just took the shot.
Walking it into the attacking 47. Now Markkanen, hand off again. Utah comes in with a record of 5-8, currently 10th in the West, and Keyonte George dialing up long distance.
Man, they have already made 4 from that distance.
Yeah, he's only a 28%er on the year, but he's just getting going again. So 4 threes have the Lakers down by 10. And George controls again. What did I say? They can't play defense, but they can score. They can certainly score, and they're going to do it again unless the Lakers can take it away, and they do. Luka looking to get to the basket. Contact! And he'll shoot 2 free throws.
That was a great read, though, by Luka on the defensive end. He just anticipated the pass, jumped into the lane, gets the steal, and then rewards himself with 2 free throws. The Lakers, though, down by 10.
Now, 10-point early lead for the Utah Jazz. They're coming out and shooting 54.5% and made 4 out of 8 threes already. The Lakers is 3 out of 10, and they have not hit a 3. 0 for 4 as Luka takes the floor again.
Yeah, well, Luka has to get his team and his teammates going here from 3-point range. Lakers have yet to scratch in 4 attempts, while the Jazz are at 50%, 4 out of 8.
All right, so the Lakers finished the roadie 5-2, or 3-2 rather, the 5-game trip. And everybody's celebrating LeBron, first player in history to play 23 seasons. So he's back. He's been with the South Bay Lakers for a few days, and obviously he'll be on some sort of restriction minutes-wise tonight. In fact, that's what he said. He goes, I feel good. I feel really good, except my lungs aren't even close to where they should be right now.
Well, that's what happens when you don't run like you do in an NBA game.
All right, we got this as Lucas at the line. How about this from Carl's Jr.?
Yeah! The Cali XL Burger, a beefed up charbroiled double burger for only $5.99.
Now the Lakers in 4th place currently. They are behind Denver and Houston, and just in front of the Spurs, who are going to be without Wemby. Who knows, maybe for a month. Of course, OKC is just running away with things early on in this. Just a formidable squad, and they just keep rolling. Here's George from 3. He's going to be off the rim, and Markkanen chases it down. He spins to confront Doncic, but we've got a foul prior to that.
I think he called the foul on Luka. Or did he catch Austin? It looked like Austin was, yeah, they do catch Austin.
They were both in the vicinity.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, Luka was a secondary helper, and that was a good decision.
Bill Kennedy, Brian Forte, and Sha'Rae Mitchell are 3 officials tonight. Lauri Markkanen.
That's what he does really well. For his size, he can put it on the deck and shoot off the dribble really quickly.
And you talked about it, back-to-back 40-point nights for the first time in his entire career. Luka falls back, and it settles in.
And that was over that 7-footer Markkanen.
Yeah, listed at 7-1. 7th pick back in 2017. 8 times he's been their leading scorer, as Markkanen looked to get to the rim that time, and a reach in by Marcus Smart. As a look at Marcus, who's really settled himself into this organization and being in Los Angeles. Who would have thought that Marcus Smart, after playing in Boston, would find his way here to be a big part here in the early season for this Lakers squad.
In the NBA, you just really never know.
Anything goes.
Anything goes.
Collier's in, the former Trojan. That one taps off the hand of Smart. Kevin Love in, they kick it into the corner. On its way for 3, they were up against it, and it settles in. That's George again.
Well, all 3 of his baskets have been from 3-point land.
Yeah, he was the hero the other night with less than a second left in the second OT to seal that win. against Chicago.
Biggest lead of the game right now for the Jazz.
Lakers have only put 10 on the board. Kevin Love straight away. That clanks off the back iron. Kevin Love's been around forever, as all of you know. From UCLA, his 18th season. In deep is DeAndre. Kick it back out to Reeves. Plenty of time on the shot clock. There's 10. Oh, sensible. Fouls him out by the logo. And they're going to give him 3 free throws.
Yeah, I mean, that's just a great reaction by Austin. I mean, he feels the contact as he has it out in front, and he just goes up with the shot. That's just quick reaction, and it's earned him 3 free throws.
Well, Sunday at Milwaukee, Lakers came out on top in that one. Solid win, 119-95. Austin scored 25. He had the most three-pointers and the most rebounds since that 51-11 game against Sacramento back on October the 26th. All right, Laker fans, don't miss a beat this season. Get the Lake Show right at your fingertips with the official Lakers app. This is your chance at exclusive sweepstakes and everything else other fans are missing out on. Download it for free right now.
Austin knocks down the first 2 as Lakers bring a couple of substitutes in. One is Jackson Hayes.
Bit of a new look for Jackson as he takes the floor. There he is. Jax played the other night, played 17 minutes. Second double-digit game of the season as he knocked down 10. Also had a season high in steals and the most rebounds in the month of November. So he played well.
Lakers better play well in the final 4:40 of this first quarter, down by 8.
Lakers have not led in the game. It's been all Utah from the get-go if you're just joining us. And LeBron did start on the bench right now. James played 5 minutes. Leaning towards, as he was leaning and drifting almost out of bounds, George hits again.
He's got 11.
He shot it 27 times the other night. Throw it down, Jackson Hayes. Timeout.
It's so funny how quickly they called the timeout after the pick and roll and the sensational pass there by Luka. Will Hardy up off the bench. Another look at the play. And obviously the Jazz aren't too happy with it.
And of course, an added bonus for those who made it out tonight. They get a chance to see LeBron play for the first time this season. All right, Michelob Ultra, courtside, close-up.
Yeah, the close-ups on all these three-pointers that the Jazz have hit the Lakers with to start the game. They've made 5 out of 11. Lakers are yet to make 1, so automatically you do the math, you're down 15 from behind the arc. Can't make up the distance if you're going to give up the three-pointers and not get any yourself.
And Keontae George has been the catalyst so far. Lakers, in fact, 0 for 5 from beyond the arc. Collier's going to pull up. That was just short. And running to get that rebound was Smart, who will bring it up himself. Into the attacking zone, surveys a little bit, now gives it off for Luka.
They're in a zone. Looks like a zone a little bit.
And cutting that time, LaRavia with one hand.
Nice back. It's like almost like a slip screen. He just sat there and then just cut to the basket and gets an easy one.
And Luka finds his 3rd assist after that Jake slam dunk. George on fire.
Somebody
right
better
now.
guard that young man.
5 for 8, 3 for 5 from downtown. 13 points, 2 boards, 4 assists. In fact, doing it all. Luka just rides it all the way to the rim.
Kyle Anderson had no idea what was happening on that play.
Isaiah, as mentioned, played at SC for a year. There's slow-mo. Kyle Anderson. He's bounced around the league too. Collier got his man moving a little bit from the outside. Finally, George, another miss. Long rebound. Finds the Lakers and Doncic. Here he comes. Down the middle he goes. Stop, pop. Not going to hit. That rolls around and falls out. He's already shot it 7 times here in quarter number 1. K-Love.
Kevin Love in his, 18th year?
Yeah. And of course a champion alongside LeBron James in Cleveland.
Another look at that play that Jake LaRavia hooked up with Luka. See how he set the screen and then left right away? Nice cut, nice pass, nice finish.
You know, Jake is coming off his lowest scoring game since October the 26th. You know, he's only been 7 for 28 over the last 4 games, so take it while you can at the rim. Luka splits the defense and can't score, but that would have counted. He'll go to the line and shoot a couple.
I think some of these players are kind of surprised with the strength of Luka. You know, he gets into a crowd like that, and he seems to absorb the contact extremely well and able to still get a pretty good look at the shot.
You know, you were talking about those 40-point games, Stu, right at the Open. His first 40-point game in November. He had 3 in October. 50 in his career. By the way, he had 18 made free throws at Milwaukee. That ties his career high.
That's a lot of free throws.
He was marching there all night long. He's led the Lakers in scoring 9 times. He's actually led them in assists 7 times. Well, Utah currently in a stretch of 7 games featuring 6 at home. This is the lone road game. In fact, part of this stretch, they're going to see the Lakers next week. That's going to be an offensive foul.
There's 2 offensive fouls in a row for the Utah Jazz.
And they'll go to the bench. We'll get a look at Williams coming into the game.
Number 5, Cody Williams is the Utah.
Cody Williams went to Colorado. He's a good buff. 20 years of age. Little backdoor, Rui. Boy, Doncic was already turned and going the other way. And Rui stays with it and collects it and scores.
Great job of utilizing second and third effort by Rui.
Williams, as mentioned, he just came in. Collier is running the show. In front of him is Jackson Hayes. Bounce over to Williams. Half-court offense for Utah. Whip it into the corner. Laravia closes out, and he might have forced a turnover. No, it's going to stay with the Jazz with 4.4 on the shot clock, and here comes LeBron returning to the game.
That so often happens when players go baseline. Basically, their only outlet passing lane is along the baseline. So if you're on the weak side, you drop to the level of the ball, you're there to disrupt that kind of a play.
4.4. Got 5 seconds to get it in. They will out on top. Sensabaugh's a 3-point marksman. That's going to be off. Good rebound. Nurkic underneath his scores. Just muscled his way to that board. He's a big fella. Here comes LBJ. Throw it now outside, and it is Jake LaRavia.
Nice to see Jake knock down the Lakers first from three-point lane.
And the second assist for LeBron. Yeah, about time the Lakers hit one. Here's Markkanen, loses his man and scores.
Yeah, just talked about how good he is at putting it on the deck, stopping on a dime, and then elevating. And with that height that he has, it's hard to affect his shot.
Luka, little no-look pass is never going to get to the intended target, and that was Hayes. Lob, Markkanen! Now the Lakers have an opportunity for a break the other way. Luka, 1-2 underneath.
Offensive foul.
An offensive foul is right.
Saying that he used his left hand. Lucas wants to
Of course he wants
review.
Of course he does.
The left hand is, yeah, that's close. At the end of that, it did look like Luka used his left hand to push him in the back. Glad they didn't try to challenge that one.
Yeah, I mean, JJ was looking back at his video coordinators, and they never gave him the thumbs up sign on that at all. Markkanen, that's a quick catch and shoot, isn't it?
He's that good of a player. He can do that.
We mentioned back-to-back 40-point nights. The others that have done that this year, Curry, Reeves, and Doncic. So he's one of 4 that have been able to put up those numbers back-to-back. That's a kick save and a beauty there by Nurkic. Half a minute to play.
Luka's close to a tee. He's got to let that last call go.
Seven-point game. 54%. And here's Gabe in the game. Gabe Vincent has entered. He missed, what, 11 contests with that ankle? Once again, just forcing that pass. It's yet another Laker turnover. Their 5th at the other end. Lay it up and in. Collier.
Back to a 9-point game.
It's been basically all Utah here in quarter number 1. Just dictating what's happening on the floor. Doncic has had picked by Jake. The shot clock and game clock are nearly in sync. Maybe a second separates them. LaRavia, he scores with 3.2 to go in the quarter. To Jake with 7 at the other end. Collier at .5. He gets bailed out with a Laker foul.
Not good transition by the Lakers to score and then allow with only 3.2 to inbound the ball and take it the distance to get fouled.
As he ran into Gabe Vincent. There's a look at Gabe back again, active after missing 11 straight. Last played on October the 26th. Gabe, the 4th oldest on this Lake Show roster. Collier will go back and get another. Again, the 10th spot in the West. They're a game and a half up on Memphis and the Clips, by the way. They've won 2 out of 3. They have not won consecutive games yet this year. Of course, Collier knows all about Bronny, former teammates. Here's LaRavia. And close, but the quarter's over.
Well, the Lakers obviously did not play a good first quarter, but they've got 3 quarters to change that all up. They've got to defend the 3, and they've got to get back to running their regular offense. Lakers trailing 36-27.
Brought to you by Morongo Casino Resort and Spa. Less than 90 minutes from wherever you are. Good times. All right, the pier at Santa Monica. Some inclement weather over the last week. We were gone for a good portion of it. And here we go, the middle of this one. It's not a very busy week for the Lakers. They won't play again until Sunday. So when you look at it, one game this entire week after really being busy. In fact, they had 3 games in 4 nights to close the road trip. They're going to double up, maybe triple up on LeBron and commit a foul.
And knowing you're going to get that kind of help, that's not a foul that you should take, because there was weak side help coming even before LeBron caught the ball.
And the Lakers beat the Jazz 3 out of 4 times last year, and in those 3 wins, LeBron averaged almost 26 points. In the one loss, he only had 18 against this Jazz team. Played in all 4. Out on top for Gabe. He swings it now to LaRavia. Been a big part of what the Lakers have been doing so far in this game. A rebound goes to Markkanen. Markkanen catch, shoot again off the front of the rim, and then 8 flies in to get the rebound. Looks for the outlet and finds Austin Reeves. Reeves right now with just 3 points. All Lakers starters have scored except for LeBron James. Collier challenges, trying to take the charges, Reeves, and he does just that.
Now that is close.
I thought so too.
That was close. After the turnover, he just takes it right down the gut and does get his body or past the right shoulder of Austin, but they
Austin
still were able to call the offensive foul.
Austin was making sure that happened. He was leaning just a little bit to the right to make sure he got contact. Austin is so good at that. LaRavia attacks, can't get it. Followed up and in by Ayton as they step over LaRavia to get it back in bounds. So it's a power play, 5-on-4. Markkanen wants to go baseline. That time Reeves was there again. It's a foul this time on Austin and a 3-point opportunity.
You see, that time Markkanen got almost his whole body past Austin, who was standing there trying to take the charge. So turns a charge into a block as he goes all the way around Austin Reeves to score the layup. He's the talented 7-footer.
Already in his 9th year. A couple of years ago, he was the most improved.
Did you say 9th year?
Good.
Wow,
Yeah,
doesn't
9th
seem
year
like
for Lowry.
Doesn't seem like he's been around that long.
Yeah, an original Minnesota pick back in 2017. Of course, went to U of A, just as DeAndre Ayton did. So a couple of cats out there on the floor. Jake, one way, then the other. Little windshield wiper. Head fake, ball fake. Reeves hangs and scores.
Well, he's getting really, really good at getting into the middle off of that 1 foot and getting some contact in the basket.
It was the second quarter in the last game where Reeves was absolutely stellar. In fact, he had 8 assists in the second quarter alone against Milwaukee in their last game. Markkanen, boy, closed out that time by Reeves. Bit of a frozen ropes. A good defense this time by the Lakers. Ooh, that was for LeBron behind him. So Laravia fires it up. Stolen away momentarily by Reeves. Then Collier will push. He's attacking Ayton. Blocked out of bounds. Get that out of here. DeAndre Ayton.
Good play by DeAndre. You got a guard, especially coming at you with that kind of speed. Hard for you to get your bearings and still be able to get to the ball, but he gets to it very easily.
Somebody asked him about playing in Los Angeles after the last game. He said, I love everything. I love everybody. What's not to love with this great Lakers start to the season? 10-4, exactly like last year. Finally, they are cooling down, and that tap goes to LeBron. LeBron underneath finds Ayton. That shot is blocked, so they reject Ayton. A little bit of his own medicine. Markkanen all the way to let up block that time, and it's a goaltend by Smart.
Well, you talk about a 7-footer that can fill a lane. Markkanen really got on that left wing and took off and was rewarded with a nice little bounce pass and gets the hoop.
You know, he's the second Jazz player to average 30-plus points through the team's first 13 games. It's a surprise kind of who the other one is to average that in the first 13. Throw it up and in, count it, and Reeves will shoot a foul.
Well, he's splitting 2 defenders there to get into the paint. Does a great job and then gets the contact. 3-point opportunity for Austin Reeves, looking for his 8th point of the contest.
You know, just to finish that thought on Markkanen and that 30-plus points in the first 13 games. The other one to do it, Adrian Dantley did it 3 times.
What coverage I'm in? What coverage I'm in? Red?
As we know, Austin, a great free throw shooter.
And he gets to the line a lot.
Yes, he does.
That's vital.
He's led this team 4 times in scoring this year. And taking their time with Anderson. Of course, another Bruin. There's a Trojan, Collier. He'll back it out. Stare right at DeAndre Ayton, trying to go around it. Ooh, down he went. Let's hope he's all right. Lakers all alone is AR.
It almost looked like his ankle turned a bit when he was trying to do his step back. Almost did the splits. Hopefully he's okay. He's walking it off, so looks like he's going to be okay as the Lakers take advantage of the scenario and go down with an easy deuce as Austin Reeves becomes the first Laker in double figures.
Chicken and famous Mojo potatoes since 1954. And the Disney Concert Hall. In fact, it's right up the street. There he is, Coop. Michael Cooper, the Hall of Famer. Just chilling, enjoying himself. Of course, I had the pleasure to work with Coop on the pre and the post game show for many years.
Well, breakdown defensively by the Lakers. It's nobody communicated verbally and ends up with a dunk.
Lakers are finally shooting the ball better themselves, though. They're up to 50%, 43-36. Biggest deficit was 11.
Well,
here we go. Welcome back.
LeBron scratches for the first time.
There you go. That all-time leading total has just had 3 added to it. George. LeBron missed the opening game of the season for the first time in his career. He had never missed opening night in 22 years.
Wide open on the wing and knocks down the three-pointer for his first hoop.
23rd year.
Yeah. 23rd season.
He will turn 41 end of December. Oldest player in the league. Sure, he loves us reminding everybody of that. Here's Ace Bailey with DeAndre in front of him. That's good play by DeAndre. He altered that shot. Bron's got it. He looked for the man Ayton running the floor. He's really good at that, isn't he, Stu?
He does a good job in transition, both offensively and defensively.
Yeah, it really does. Lob underneath. Throw it down. DeAndre Ayton, the lob, and the jam from James.
Semi no-looker there as he finds DeAndre for the easy one.
And a 10-2 run as the Lakers only down by 2, stolen away by Bron. Out of bounds it goes. So it seems like he's getting his rhythm a little bit better here, his second turn on the floor.
He just tried to get to that loose ball before he was out of bounds, and he couldn't get there. Luka comes back, out goes Gabe.
Well, 2 different games right now. For the Lakers, it's all about points in the paint. They've doubled up Utah's points in the paint, and conversely, Utah's outscoring the Lakers 18-3 from beyond the arc. Let's get you who's on the floor. Reeves, Ayton, James, Luka, Smart.
They're trying to figure out if there was control there by LeBron on the steal attempt. That's what they're doing, trying to figure out if they're going to reset the clock or what.
And we have a moment. I want to remind everybody that tacos are on the line again tonight. If the Lakers win, you do too. You're going to score 2 free tacos with a drink purchase from Jack in the Box tomorrow with a Laker victory.
Well, the Lakers have closed the gap to 2, so let's see if their defense can. There's that George. He is on a heater.
Impressive so far.
6 out of 10 from the field, game leading 15 points.
He's one of only 11 players in the league averaging over 20 points and 7 assists. Here comes Marcus.
Movement without the basketball. Straight dive to the paint, and LeBron rewards him.
George, everything running through him. Plenty of action and time of possession for Keontae. Gonna try it again over Smart. String music from deep for Keontae George.
Who is that guy?
He was a rising star last year. At Baylor, he was the freshman of the year. He can play. Smart, rainbow, well short. Kevin Love, one of the great outlet passers really in the history of the game. Little short one there to George. He's feeling it. Boy, the antics after the shot. He was just watching it in and rolling it in.
Well, that's 21 points for George.
And we still have half the quarter to go. Down the middle goes LeBron with the left hand. He hit the bottom of the rim, but he was fouled going to the basket.
Well, I tell you, Keontae George is just feeling it. He's just pulling up in front of anybody. Knocking down triple after triple. He's made 5 of those from behind the arc en route to 21 points. And it looks like we're going to have a timeout. Are they going to challenge this foul or what? We'll find out. I haven't seen the light come on yet, but it shall probably in a moment. 51-43, Utah.
Play. The contact by the defender is not there. Constitutes no foul. The coach's challenge is successful. It'll be Utah's ball on the sideline with 24 on the shot clock.
All right, thank you, Bill Kennedy. Sprite coach's challenge, and Stu will walk you through it.
Well, they called the foul on slow-mo, Kyle Anderson, but he had nothing but ball. I thought if they were going to call a foul, it would have been on the primary defender, but they said no foul. This challenge is successful, and they'll be taking it outside line. Utah with 24 on the clock.
LeBron, by the way, 1 for 3 in the early going from the floor. He's played 13 minutes, which is as much as any Lakers so far in the game. 4 players have played that same amount. Again, everybody is available tonight, so it's an interesting look at the rotations. Mark it in, the good dive that time on the left-hand finish.
I mean, that was just a flat cut to the basket after the screen. I don't even call that a dive. That was just poor defense by the Lakers.
Doncic works on the outside, lets it fly. Gonna be short, right to Marcus. He's gonna try the same thing, a 3. Got it! Marcus.
Well, the Lakers make their 3rd from that distance out of 12 attempts.
Now, he had played an 8 straight before being rested on Sunday. Of course, he wasn't feeling 100%. Out with a viral illness was the reason. Anderson always under control. Foul, Ayton.
Another look at the long shot that was missed by Luka right to Marcus Smart, who just retrieves it and scores it. And on the other end, Kyle Anderson gets fouled by DeAndre Ayton, so he'll be shooting 2. This game has really no rhythm to it.
Not at all. Anderson just 5 out of 7 free throw shooting before that one. All right, we got a moment. How about this from Nissan?
This Lakers broadcast is brought to you by the Nissan Rogue. Shop NissanUSA.com.
By the way, a sellout has already been announced. 18,997 tonight at Crypto.com Arena. After the Lakers play at Utah next Sunday, they will have 4 in a row at home. So a great chance for you to see the Lake Show. In fact, 2 of those are cup games against the Clippers and the Mavericks. Really standing and not even moving that time was Jusuf Nurkic. He collects the board. George, anybody going to guard him?
This is the guy they got to put a handle on.
You got Luka in front of him. He's just going to fire it over the top. Now Keontae George has already fired it 13 times. Remember, he shot 25 times the other night. Doncic, no. Up the ladder goes Kyle Anderson to control it. In the Lakers zone, he's going to orchestrate this time down the floor. There's the bounce. Fall-away jump shot by Mikhailuk.
Nice. He has a nice arc on his shot.
Doesn't he though? Rock Chalk Jayhawk from Kansas. Svi Mikhailuk. Bobbing and under and out of Jacks. We mentioned he had that good scoring game the other night in Milwaukee. Lakers have won 2 in a row. Hachimura got it mid-range. Yes, sir. We're one of the best shooters by field goal percentage in the league this year. Mikhailuk falling back, and there's that arc again. That's a pretty jump shot.
Man, it's finding nothing but bottom.
59-48. So this one the Lakers are closing in. Doncic is going to get a 3-point opportunity. Back to the line he goes.
Every time the Lakers get to within 6 or 5, the Jazz knock down a big shot. Now it's Luka with a 3-point opportunity. See if he can make a free throw here and pull the Lakers to within 8.
Kind of interesting, the Lakers with the horrible bench numbers this season. In fact, they are dead last in bench scoring. Right now they are 14 over 5. They are 9 points better bench scoring over Utah in this one. Thank you, though, Keontae George and Svi Mikhailuk, Larry Markin, and those 3 really putting up big numbers. George, boy, he was hounded that time. Lakers were there. They had a couple of defenders right at the rim.
It's a good thing they did.
Yeah, Doncic, backhand layup. He slides into the photographers.
No call, baby.
Get up, and he'll go shoot more free throws. Already tonight, Luka's 4 out of 5.
Hazard pay for those photographers.
And they moved them back. Remember when they were much closer?
Not a lot of space there. Guys coming down the floor at a high rate of speed and only have like 4 or 5 feet before they run into something or someone.
Well, that injury to Paul George a few years ago really changed the protocol where cameramen could be and how close they could be to the court. Mike, what you got?
Well, just thinking a little more about LeBron, Billy. He was talking to us after practice yesterday, and he said that right now he feels like his lungs feel like those of a newborn baby, following about a month off of just constant rehab and such, but no, 5-on-5 with the team. And so players talk about this all the time. There's no replicating NBA action, like actually being on the court. You can practice all you want, you can run all you want on the beach, you can run hills, but until you're out there playing full speed, that's when you really have to do that to get your win.
You really have to experience it.
Anderson barely saves that one. By the way, LeBron on the bench right now. Kyle Anderson all the way, 2 big, slow steps, and he scores.
Always under control.
Rui sealing underneath, but can't finish. Once again, they got a 5-on-4 coming back the other way. Rui very slow getting up. That's going to be a travel, or no. Offensive foul, yeah.
That was a pretty good defensive play on the other end, though, but by Mikhailuk. Stopping Rui from scoring right up under the hoop.
Now Utah's already put up 61 points. 6-1.
Look at that play. Look at it. It goes up. Did he get some of the right arm? But official said no, so that makes it a good defensive play.
Well, the Jazz are out of fouls. Lakers have committed just 2.
And Luka back to the charity stripe, I believe. Luka now with 14 points. Been to the line 7 attempts. These will be 8 and 9. As LeBron about ready to check back in.
Luka's got the only miss tonight for the Lakers, who are 10 out of 11. That's 91%. Doncic from the line this year, just under 80%. Hey, the Lakers are proud to celebrate 50 years of legendary partnership with Toyota. Now, Toyota has been the exclusive automotive partner since 1976. This Lakers season will honor the purple and gold's history with Toyota and highlight the collective impact that they bring to Los Angeles. So head to Lakers.com/Toyota-50 to learn more about it.
1 out of 2 for Luka. He's missed 2 free throws so far in the game, 7 out of 9.
Collier handoff. Mykhailiuk, boy, he's found a home, hasn't he? A little bit too high and far for Markkanen, so turnover.
It was there.
Yeah, turnover number 8.
Had that pass been a little better.
Lakers have 10 points off of previous Utah turnovers. Luka stops, had picked up his dribble, going to get it back. Oh, that's well within his range. Well within his range for 3.
He makes his first and throws his arms up as if to say, it's about time.
1 for 5 to start the game. Lakers just 26% as a team. Lakers don't score a lot of threes. They have a pretty good percentage, just don't make a
Another
whole
look
lot
at
of
Luka
them.
knocking down the long ball and then throwing his hands up. Reactions sometimes are better than the actual play.
You know, overall, the Lakers are number 1 in field goal percentage in the NBA. I should say the three-point percentage is okay. Stolen away by Luka. 2-on-1. Reeves. No, not a good pass at all.
Well, you don't log for Luka in that scenario.
And read well by the Jazz. Now Markkanen. And Luka's limping a little bit at the other end. And he might be holding his knee a little bit. I don't know. There he is. Did he hit knees? Did they hit legs?
I think he's more upset that he didn't get a call.
I do too. The way he was looking at the
he is holding that left leg area. As he comes down, you see how the defender, a little bit of contact there. That can
he landed a little awkwardly. He landed awkwardly, without question.
Yeah. And that was a good play, though, by George. He read that play all the way.
So Luka's still feeling the leg, but I think he's, again, like you're right, Stu, he's more complaining to the referee than he is wanting to take himself out of the game. Markkanen, baseline, over Doncic. They battle underneath, and the war is won by DeAndre Ayton. Here comes Braun all the way, can't score. Boy, heading downhill that time, wasn't he?
Still, one of the defender's worst nightmares is seeing LeBron in the open court going downhill as he gets in between 2 defenders to get fouled. So he'll go to the line and shoot a couple.
I mean, there was a time, literally, you thought LeBron could get to the rim any time he wanted.
In the open court, he could.
Yeah, and even when it was half court and he was headed towards the rim. This crazy strength, speed. That was not a good free throw. And so Luka looks like he's all right. Again, more hurt about the outcome of the play.
1 out of 2 for LeBron. Lakers pulled to within 3.
Right, after being down a bunch.
1:40 to go in the half. Let's see how they close it.
Nurkic, Mykhailiuk. It would be just like the Lakers to take the lead into the locker room after being behind the entire time. That's a skip pass underneath and a good one to Nurkic because Luka had to reach in and foul him.
Yes, Nurkic was doing a pretty good job of keeping Luka on his hip, sealing him. Good entry pass created that foul.
So Nurkic who came over from Charlotte in a trade for Colin Sexton. 12-2 Laker run. Season high for Nurk is 17 boards. It's the most playing time he has had in the early part of the season since, well, he was with Phoenix back in 23-24. Averaging about 11 rebounds a game over his last 7.
Knocks down a couple and puts the lead to 5. See if the Lakers can respond.
Both teams are out of fouls heading into the final minute 20. Stick around at halftime. We'll send it to the studio and the halftime report. Taking his time back and forth. Luka coming over Reeves. Didn't really send a pick.
George.
Yeah, George took an elbow to the face.
George is going to get the foul, and he's saying, I took all the punishment. Luka back to the line as the left elbow of Luka comes up and clips him right in the chops.
Simultaneously grabbing on, holding on, but I'm going to call a foul on the face of Keontae George. Luka back to the line again. Again, a few days off, then these same two teams in Utah. Utah split the games against the Lakers last year. And at home, in Utah rather, I shall say.
Luka knocks down 2, runs his point total to 20.
So 2 Lakers in double digits. Reeves has 10. 3 starters in double figures for Utah. And another whistle away from the basketball.
Well, that was on Rui. If you're going to switch everything, when you're on the weak side, then you know they're coming to set a screen. Just relax a little bit and allow the switch to take place. If they've been doing a good job of when you belly up on them on the weak, they've been back cutting and getting some easy shots.
More on what Stu's talking about with JJ, Mike.
Yeah, JJ was talking about this before the game, especially with Markkanen. Stu, they are constantly running him off of either a single screen or a double screen. Sometimes it's on the perimeter for a 3, but often they're getting him downhill, which seems like has been the focus in the second quarter. And Stu, the Lakers got to do a better job of navigating those, you would think.
Yeah, and I think they'll make the adjustment at halftime.
Luka appeared to not know where the basketball was, but of course he did. Waited for it to get into the front court. Lob underneath. Tough play. Boy, Rui was behind the backboard when he elevated to try to throw it down. Mykhailiuk in the corner, and Ayton. Big body of his. He has the rebound for the Lake Show. Now has 8 first half. Rebounds, LeBron for 3. Yes, sir.
Off the dribble, LeBron got his feet set and knocks down his second from long range.
So he's 2 for 3 from downtown and 7 points. Of course, he's got that long double-digit scoring streak.
Yeah, but nobody can
for years.
But nobody can stop Keontae George. He scores again.
Keontae George has 23 first half points on 5 made threes. Shot clock is 10 ahead of the game clock. Oh, they foul Reeves. Count it. Ace Bailey, the rookie, silly foul.
Again.
And Reeves will go to the line, try to make it a 4-point play.
If you're going to challenge a right-hander, you have to go to the right shoulder so your momentum carries you past him. It seems like he comes at the left side, although he was at the right side and ran and just grabbed his arm.
Just a wild try that time.
The previous play is being reviewed for potential flagrant foul.
Boy, can you imagine? Makes a 3. They could pile on with a flagrant.
I don't see this as a flagrant.
I don't either. I just thought it was a wild try by Ace, but not any kind of a flagrant situation.
Yeah.
I'm in agreement with you. And they'll review.
The Lakers have pulled to within 1. He does seem at first.
So I think they're checking for what they're calling a reckless closeout. I guess.
I don't know. Understand that terminology.
Well, they're going to tell you.
I thought it was when you recklessly you went on and you in the landing space of the shooter.
He flew right past him.
It's either just say it's a foul.
After reviewing the play, the contact by the defender has been deemed a common foul. 1 free throw will be awarded.
Oh yeah, I'll tell you what, Bill Kennedy has the best delivery. I mean, there's some stuff on the internet.
I love it.
Yeah, very entertaining.
Yeah.
Best delivery
has been
during
deemed.
reviews. Yeah. You
Go
don't
ahead,
know which
Bill.
one it's going to be. Yeah, exactly. He keeps you guessing. Boy, LeBron's so happy to be back. Think about it. This is his life, man. Yeah.
And that's all you've done basically all your life. To take a big break away from it, short of retirement, it's got to be difficult.
Let's not go past this graphics, Stu Lance. He just passed Reg for 6th all-time made threes.
And when he came into the league, he was not a three-point shooter per se. He was a downhill, embarrass everybody player.
Of course, longevity has something to do with it, but still, Reg is going to move over a spot. All right, shot clock is off. 67 all. Less than 10 seconds to go here in the second quarter. Markkanen checks the time with 3, with 2, with 1. Tough shot. Got it!
4-point play.
How about that way to end the half? With .5 off balance,
that was
Reeves draped all over him.
That was some shot. I'm telling you, that was some shot. Austin Reeves fouls him once, and then the second time. That's just great offense by Markkanen. That is just awesome.
They're going to have 2 starters with more than 20 going into the locker room.
No, better than that, they got 70 on the board looking for 71.
Yep.
You said they score 150 on you. But
2 out of the last 3 games.
Yeah, but one of those wasn't that overtime?
Double overtime.
Yeah, double overtime.
So that kind of doesn't count, but still. That's Austin Reeves' 3rd foul, Stu.
That could be costly going down the stretch.
0.5 to go. In it goes. Doncic enter the court. And that's the way we'll end the half.
In the half on a 4-point play, which gives them a 4-point lead.
Well, that'll do it. Score at the half, 71-67. A reminder to stay tuned.
Halftime, the hot shooting Utah Jazz in town. They lead the Lakers by 4, 71-67. Time to revisit the Lexus keys to the game. I talked about defend the 3. Well, Utah made 10 of those, and they started the game off on fire from that distance. The bench contributions, the Lakers actually a little bit of a edge there, actually doubled them up, 14-7 points in the paint. Lakers by 10. So they've got to do a better job in the second half of defending the 3. Mike Trudell, did you talk to any of the coaches?
Yes, Stu, caught up with Nate McMillan, and you won't be surprised. Talked a lot about the defensive side of the court, where he felt, and I think the Lakers players would agree, just got to be a little sharper and a little better on that end of the floor. So you would notice the Lakers did a lot of switching in times 1 through 5, and they just weren't aggressive enough within that scheme. So Utah was taking advantage and kind of waiting and picking out the open guy. 18 first half assists. It's too many, but it also shows the ball movement, and then of course the fact that they were converting a lot of those on the perimeter. So look, the Lakers know they can play better on that end, and offensively they felt like, yes, they could probably get a little bit more penetration into the paint before kicking out, but really defense is where the focus was at the halftime.
Well, they were or are #1 in assist percentage, and they're showing what a solid passing team that they are. That's going to be illegal defense to start this second half. 71-67.
Boy, even you could see that one, huh? That had been blatant. So what did you, when you were playing, you never played any defense, so how did you know what was...
It was all illegal.
Legal or illegal?
As far as the coach was concerned. And so Reeves is converting. Like I said, a very good passing team. They've provided a bunch of comebacks already this year, double-digit comebacks. They've equaled their double-digit comebacks this year that they've had all of last year, but they don't have to do it because they've been ahead double digits already tonight. That's a good bounce. Jonathan George right back at it.
Well, but you know who made the play after the steal? Markkanen. 7-footer became the point guard.
Playing some of his best basketball of his career. Talking to anybody associated with the Jazz. I mean, he has just reinvigorated himself. And he only played, what, 40-something games all of last year. It was a complete lost season for Lowry. Traveled. I thought maybe he was standing up.
I did too.
Right, and that was going to be our one, or at least one of our opportunities, or one of our times that was going to happen tonight. By the way, have you warmed up since they opened the doors?
Yes.
A little bit?
A little bit.
By the way, if you stay cold, look what Booney's got on. Look at Booney.
You're a sick individual.
LeBron trying to work his way into some space. Boy, the Lakers had it right there for Ayton.
Yeah, but luckily they got a foot on it, or else that would have been a dunk. That was just a very fortunate play by Nurkic.
All right, 2 quarters, not really enough to really make a determination, but how is everything kind of getting together here with these 3 guys on the floor?
It's going to take more than 2 quarters. It's going to take a few games, in my estimation.
Do you think Reeves needs to be a little more aggressive? Looking for the basket. Here's Bailey. Holds on to it.
As so often happens when you have a star player come back, everybody becomes a little bit more unselfish.
Yeah, that makes sense. As Markkanen scores,
they want, they maybe pass up shots that they would have taken, deferring. That's why I'm thinking it's going to take a few games for them to be the team they want to be.
They'll have some time to practice together too this week. Another and one coming the Lakers' way. Luka will go back to the line where he has been living. Already 11 free throw attempts, so he can make his 10th free throw.
Contact once, and then he gets the secondary contact, and then 3-point opportunity. Just so hard to discipline yourself when you're a defender like that.
Luka trying to make it 23 points and 10 free throws made. He has 6 assists, turned it over 5 times, has 3 steals. Again for Utah, Mikhailuk, Markkanen, and George combined 62% in the first half and made 10 threes. There's Bailey hitting it for 3. He's a scorer. He will be a scorer in this league. I mean, he came in advertised as that, came in with a ton of confidence. Maybe one of the reasons why he went down to 5. I mean, everybody, he was talking up his game big time, but he's got a ton of talent. Underneath, scoop and score!
You talk about absorbing contact and not having it affect your delivery. Great play by Austin.
Nurkic, never been a big point guy. Underneath, throw it down. Was that Svi?
That's Svi. Mikhailuk says, I'm not just a 3-point shooter.
No, I'm not. Again, never really got a huge opportunity with the Lakers for a couple of years. Underneath Doncic, nobody picking up Luka. And the Don scores easily. Again, Utah with only 7 bench points here tonight. They've been outscored by the Laker bench significantly. Doubled them up. Bouncing out of Nurkic. Bailey going backdoor, reverse layup is good. So all of a sudden, Ace is getting a little warm.
A nice looking play there by Ace.
Went to Rutgers. Straight away, Luka. Nurkic with another board. He's only got 4 points, but he's got 9 rebounds and 6 assists. Mikhailuk, not this time. Long lead by Doncic, trying to find LeBron. LeBron, here comes Reeves! What a good look and a nice run by Reeves.
Yeah, Reeves could have very easily just stopped thinking that LeBron was going to take it.
And LeBron, the great vision that he has had his entire career. Keontae George, what else is new? What else is new? Lakers got to buckle down on the defensive end. Big time.
Well, you remember when I said you were talking about how the Jazz didn't play very good defense at the beginning?
Right.
And I said the team that scores the most usually wins?
Yeah, right at the top.
That's going to be the case tonight.
What I say.
Because these 2 teams are going up and down, boy.
We knew there'd be a lot of points put on the board. LeBron puts 2 more up there.
I mean, at this rate, both teams will have 100 at the end of the third. I mean, they are really putting points up.
We're only a few seconds past 4 minutes into the quarter. Markkanen. Mikhailuk. Ooh, going to be foul on Rui. I think.
No, that's on
Is
the
on an 8?
Yeah. He
Okay.
took his right hand and just shoved the screener. You know, sometimes you get bigs out on the perimeter where the air is thin, and it kind of messes up their equilibrium a bit.
Well, if there's one thing that the fouls have been spread around pretty evenly tonight. The only one with 3 fouls is Austin Reeves. Remember, he picked that up late, right at the end of the half.
Well, it's a good thing that pass wasn't very good because
he was wide open.
He was
wide open.
He was open. Yes, he was.
So that was drawn up perfectly. Just horrible execution. Austin, AR, brings it up. One of the top scorers. In fact, he's top 10 in scoring and assists in the NBA as we started the evening. Lob underneath and a jam by DeAndre Ayton.
As soon as Nurkic turned his head to look at Luka, DeAndre went straight to the rim.
Doncic with 8 assists, so he's a couple of assists short of a double-double, and we've got a timeout.
And Will Hardy's letting him know about it, too. Don't go so soon and lose track of DeAndre. And Luka found him.
LeBron James's what will be a Hall of Fame career. When it's all said and done, he will be inducted. That was his first bucket. How about his first bucket in season 23? Here it was from three-point land. More points than anybody in the history of the league. And LeBron James, all-time leader in points and also in minutes, LeBron. And he has, what, 49 games to go now to become the all-time leader in that category. 82 players were born after he made that debut in Sacramento. What are we trying to say there?
Yeah, I'm not trying to say anything.
Just kind of tell me the facts.
That graphic
State
said,
the facts.
That graphic said it all.
Boy, just a remarkable athlete to be able to play at this high level. And he looks like he's got the bounce still here to start the season.
Well, I tell you, they're going to say that Marcus Smart rooted his offensive guy out in the process of boxing out. So that'll be ball back to the Jazz.
And Nurkic on the bench, which means Kevin Love is out there. Boy, look at all this movement without the basketball. That is unbelievable movement. Well coached right there. And the Lakers were just standing there with their heads on a swivel.
Yeah, it's just an offense that you read and react to how the defender's playing. You mark it and did a great job of reading how he was being defended and just slid to the rim.
LeBron's going to pull his way in and score.
And LeBron gets into double figures with his 11th point. Another streak he keeps alive. How many is it now? 1 billion?
1,293. 1,293 straight in double figures. Boy,
Keontae
George. You know what that is? That's smooth, is what that is.
Oh, that's good.
Yeah, both.
He's just flat good.
Yeah, takes it away.
Then he gets a steal on the other end.
Right, kind of reached to the side of LeBron and took it away on the pass from Reeves. So another Laker turnover. Each team, by the way, with 11 giveaways tonight. George was looking to go up to shoot. Instead, he's trying to bail himself out. Got a little OC and off the hands of Kyle Anderson.
Yeah, he lost control off the dribble, or else he had another easy opportunity.
I mean, there's nothing negative at all to say about Keontae George here tonight. I mean, 29 points, 3 rebounds, 4 assists. Okay, maybe if we looked at the tape, his defense could be a little bit better, but when we're talking about offense, he has been sparkling. Underneath.
If they count that, that's a long continuation.
Well, Luka thought it did. Actually, Bill Kennedy on the far side looked like he was going to count it, but I don't think so.
You must be counting it if you said one shot. They're not in the bonus yet as we look at it. Where's the whistle sound, right? Well, yeah, I mean, after the whistle, he didn't put it back on the deck.
So it's a three-point opportunity. Well, you know, it's funny. You see Luka sometimes, you know, before the game or kind of hanging around wherever, and sometimes he's as quiet as a mouse. But then you get him on a basketball court, and he is chirping to his own team, to the opposition.
That's
He's
quite
a jokester,
that's
too.
Part of the Jekyll Hyde scenario
Yes.
for players. You can be the nicest guy in the world off the court, but when you get on the court, You got to have a little bit of a mean streak in you.
Yeah, and what a competitor, too. Doesn't matter what you're doing with him. He's one of those guys. Remember a guy by the name of Kobe Bryant? Same way. No matter what he's playing you in. Under is Keontae George. Oh, the rebound. Anderson couldn't crawl it over the rim. And it's going to go the Laker way. Only down by 3. Again, they have never led in the game. They tied it up late in the half. Luka for the tie here. 8 in the key. Got it.
Offensive rebound and putback. Worked over Kevin Love that time on the glass.
Second chance points are now even up at 9 apiece. Ayton is 1 rebound away from a double-double. We told you a moment ago he was getting close. Rolling is George, taken away. Lakers with a chance to take the lead for the first time. Can Reeves do it? It was blocked from behind. And Utah's got it with Collier. Collier sets a ball. Tapped by Kevin Love. George back to K-Love on its way. He can't score. Who's got it? Reeves has got it. Here come the Lakers. They want to break. Behind the back was Luka. He has it taken away and a whistle.
That was a nice collision there. That was a nice collision there. Hopefully he's okay. Kind of got sandwiched. Fouls on Kyle Anderson. Trying to go down, and Kyle Anderson. Ooh. Wow. We've got a timeout again. As Kyle Anderson goes over and speaks to the official. Hopefully Luka is okay. We'll find out about all of this when we come back.
That is a Utah timeout challenge.
Yeah, and after looking at the replay, and I'm sure the officials have discussed it all, it's going to be interesting to see who comes up with this basketball, as they called the foul initially on Kyle Anderson, but he's coming from behind and he reaches in and gets nothing but ball, and then the collision took place. And now the only question is, what do the officials think?
Well, they're having a little bit of a conference. It appeared as though they had come to a decision.
Well, that's never good for the call that was originally made.
Yeah.
When they have that long of a discussion.
And we'll see what kind of flair Bill Kennedy gives this announcement.
He's thinking about it.
Yeah, isn't he?
He said, what did I do last time?
Look at Ross. He wanted in on that.
He's telling all the players to get away. It's my show right now.
After reviewing the play, Anderson steals the ball and is then fouled by number 77 of the Lakers. The ball will be given to Utah on the side with 23 on the shot clock. The coach's challenge is successful.
Yeah, it's that dramatic pause that sets them apart. When what's it? Oh, that's what it's going to be. And number 77, everybody knows. He could have easily said Doncic or Luka, but purposely goes 77.
Number 77.
Yeah. Luka is still.
Yeah, he's in disbelief.
Yeah. And he looked like an emoji right there, in disbelief. 88-87, and the Lakers still haven't taken the lead. Sets a ball. That's going to be the third Laker foul here in the quarter. Bryce Sensabaugh. Ohio State, the Ohio State University. He's having a good 3-game stretch.
Third foul on Marcus Smart.
Collier. He's running the show, doesn't get it back. Anderson playing with a tremendous amount of confidence tonight. Collier spinning, shooting, not there. Doncic with the rebound. Well, that's his third rebound. He's got 9 assists and another whistle. You can always do without those.
And I think they catch Keontae George holding on to Rui.
All right, so each team now with 3. 5 games in succession, Utah has given up at least 120 points. That shows you what defensive issues.
How many have they won?
One of them.
Ooh.
No. Underneath, put up and in. Luka.
And guess what? Billy.
No, they've actually won 2 of those.
Okay, but you didn't see the score. The Lakers got the lead.
Oh, they have the lead.
For a moment.
Yeah, well. Luka for the lead. Here's Collier. Now the left-hand side on its way, short. Lakers have it. Here's Doncic. Up now to Laravia. Jake sprinting is Jackson Hayes. No shot. No shot. On the floor. On the ground before.
Just no continuation. Not off the dribble, I guess. That's a good play there, though, by Jackson Hayes to be able to continue to the rim at that kind of pace. Lay it up nice and soft. Normally, he's a guy that likes to flush.
Then was delivered the bad news as he turned to see what the call was. It was a foul, but of course, not a continuation for the bucket. Doncic, 15 on the shot clock. Luka operating in the key, leans in again, doesn't get the whistle. Now it's up in the air, and they battle underneath. A couple of players down.
Who's the foul on this time?
Is that Luka again on the ground?
Yes, that's Luka again.
He is spending all sorts of time on the hardwood. Normally, it's Austin Reeves who we see down every night.
You see him battling on the interior, and they called the foul on Kevin Love. As you said, Luka has been on the floor quite a number of times in this game.
That is team foul number 5, which would put the Lakers in the bonus. Now, once again, this game has suddenly crawled to a stop.
And changing basketballs, the ball that was just used had a little bit of blood on it, I guess.
Speaking of which, wasn't that nice of Giannis Antetokounmpo to finally grab the basketball the other night?
Well, yeah,
and Thero got it.
And to be fair to the officials, they have to secure the basketball and give it then to the home team. After that, it can, the home team can do what they want with it. But yes, that was very nice of Giannis to go over and get the ball and give it to him.
And that's not without precedent. Of course, Giannis got into a little drama-filled brouhaha trying to get a basketball earlier, and then I don't think he cared at that point. Like the other night, he says, "I'm taking this. You go ahead and find me or reprimand me." But Adu was very, very grateful. He didn't think, or he didn't realize everything at that time was all about him and getting the basketball, but he's thankful. All right, we got a moment. How about this from Cerritos Auto Square?
The Cerritos Auto Square sells so many cars because they have low prices, and they have low prices because they sell so many.
Here's what we're talking about in Milwaukee. Adu Thero, here's his dunk. Brani, bam, threw it down. Bench was loving it. Then after the game, Vando was in the middle of everything trying to get it. They said not going to happen. And then Giannis just said, "Look it, I'm taking it. I don't care what anybody's saying."
Yeah, but again, at the time it made the officials seem like he was the bad guy.
But he's following
protocol. He was doing exactly what he was supposed to do.
And it all worked out in the end. By the way, speaking of Vanderbilt, he is the odd man out right now. He has not seen the floor.
Well, he's seen it. He just hasn't.
Okay, all right. He's been staring at it over there.
He's been looking at it for a long time.
9 guys have played. Vando didn't play a whole lot the other night. You want to be truthful about it. He only played 8 minutes, didn't score.
Luka hits the 30-point mark yet again in 28 minutes.
Leading scorer currently in the NBA. He did lead the league in scoring 1 year. Did Doncic. Top 10 in MVP voting 5 different times. He'll be on that again this year, if not at the top. Sensabaugh. Corner of the key. Slow-mo's got it. He's playing a two-man game right now. 6 to shoot. Sensabaugh steps back. That's exactly what he was aiming to do.
And we're tied at 91.
Threes tonight. 12 right now for Utah. And Marcus Smart is trying to knock one down for the Lake Show. Cannot. Jackson Hayes doing work. Lakers have just 6 threes. And we've got a whistle after Jackson Hayes kept things alive.
And he fought for that rebound and got fouled, so Jackson Hayes will shoot 2.
Just 2:25 remaining in the third. Biggest lead was 11 by Utah. Lakers' biggest lead just moments ago was 3. All right, experience the magic of Laker basketball all season long. Tickets on sale right now. Visit Lakers.com for more information. As we mentioned, a 4-game homestand coming up.
All 5 of the Lakers starters have played between 23 and 29 minutes.
Leader off the bench minutes-wise has been Smart. Hayes has hit double digits in minutes.
That's going to stay that way with Smart probably being the leader in minutes off the bench.
Again, this is, we're going to see in the next few games more of what the coaching staff envisioned when the season began, now that everybody is available. Markkanen draws a double. They're looking for the open man. Fires on the outside. Little jab step a couple of times. Still 7 to shoot. Sensabaugh looking for another 3. Rebound tap, but it goes right to Laravia. Nurkic tapped it right to the wrong side. Doncic spinning underneath. Kick it, Jake. Looking to go all the way.
A lot of driving, kicking.
In the corner, Luka! On a little quick look-away pass from Marcus Smart.
That was some pretty good ball movement by the Lakers. Driving kick.
4-point lead. Let's see if they can create a little space here at the end of quarter number 3. Third quarter action from Crypto.com Arena. Smart on its way. Collier out of the backcourt. Oh, good play by Nurkic. He actually could have turned and dunked it, but Williams missed the jump shot.
I don't understand why a big who has a mismatch will catch it that deep, be on balance, and then just kick it out.
That was a great scoring opportunity for him. Oh, rattle it home! Look at Luka. You tell him. The Don, a little Luka magic.
A lot of Luka magic there. That basket he made after the Lakers did a good job of driving and kicking, marking and closing out, and Luka says, I don't care who's closing out. Knocks down the triple. Then the next trip down, he comes, splits a couple of defenders. They reach, I guess, and he teaches. Gets a 3-point opportunity as he heads to the line to see if he can score his 37th point.
The joy of Doncic right there. 36 and 9. A little bit of a long shot to get a triple-double tonight. He has 4 rebounds. 97-91, so a third quarter. Little turnaround here. Lakers found themselves down minimally and at the end of the first half.
Free throw number 16 on the evening for Luka.
Yeah, and he could make his 13th. Remember, he made 18 in Milwaukee, which tied a career high, so that is definitely in reach again tonight.
Absolutely.
I mean, that is in play. Doncic has 17 in the quarter. It's a 15-3 Laker run.
Jake fouls Markkanen 40 feet from the hoop. Trying to body him up, keep him out of the offense.
That's first in the last 2 minutes. So side out Utah. Again, they are 1-5 on the road, 2-5 against the West. By the way, their one road win, pretty impressive. I know they're shorthanded, but they won in Boston earlier to get that one away victory. Markkanen. Well, he drew some contact. They say play on.
But he should have made that shot. He's mad at himself.
7-point game. Doncic dancing on the outside. Looking for a double-digit lead. That dip, look at this. Look at Jackson.
Jackson Hayes.
Come on, Jackson. Go ahead.
Jackson Hayes. I just said when bigs get it underneath, don't kick it out if you're on balance. Offensive rebound, takes it straight back up, and gets a three-point opportunity. That's great work by Jackson Hayes. Two guys there, and he says, hey, I'm shooting this one. Not only shooting it, I'm making it.
Well, he just ripped it away, just wanted it more. Literally just wanted it more that time, and it results in a 10-point Laker lead. Boy, just like that.
Welcome to the NBA.
Yep.
They leads come and go so quick.
Both teams now have double-digit leads in this game. Again, as mentioned, Utah has come from behind double digits already a couple of times this year. It literally never happened last season, so they're not out of it. 10 to go in the quarter. Great pass. Laker, oh, Williams nearly. Did you think he?
Yeah.
I thought he did.
I thought he was going to miss that one.
James bullet pass. Gabe at the buzzer! At the buzzer! Good find by Bron.
Well, yeah, you know LeBron's going to find you. That's one thing that has never changed throughout his entire career. He always finds the open man. Always makes the correct play. Lakers by 11.
And we make cars that thrill. Experience the thrill for yourself today. Shop NissanUSA.com. Boy, what a famous restaurant that is. Yamashiro's right up in Hollywood, just up on the hill. 104.93. All right, let's get going. Fourth and final quarter, Stu Lance. Lakers find themselves up by 11. They were down 11 in the first half. Collier, kind of it goes. Not the way you want to start it. Defensively for the Lakers.
Not at all. Not with a three-point play in 7 seconds as they bring it in a hurry, and Collier with the three-point opportunity.
Again, Sunday they had a 15-point comeback. Mentioned it was their second double-digit comeback this year. They also were down 14 to Boston on the road and came back and won. Lakers shot 64% in the third quarter.
Well, with Luka on the bench to start this fourth.
Gabe well short, but it went right to Reeves. Right place, right time. He's in the key, finally turns and scores.
You get like 3 pivots.
LeBron steals it, yes! Jackson Hayes, not a Jake.
Wise
Needs a little
decision.
help from his friends. Yeah, and he does wait. Out on top, they swing it to LeBron. LeBron attacking, and he gets fouled. LeBron attacking off the left wing.
Another look at LeBron reading the play. Throws it back in bounds before he visits the expensive seats. And with that effort, he's earned himself 2 free throws.
Here's a scoring champ in 2007, 2008. 4-time MVP, 4-time champion. Again, he passed Reggie Miller on the all-time three-pointer list earlier tonight. Extended that double-figure scoring, well over 1,200 now. But he just wants to be a part of this win.
He misses a pair there.
1 for 4 tonight, Stu.
That's just lack of court time.
Lack of reps. Mark it in. Got it.
5-point switch.
And it's 106.99. Just a minute in to the fourth and final. Reeves runs into Nurkic. Bounce pass, Jake. Did a good job of saving that.
5.
Yeah, they got to get into their action right here, and they do. Hayes.
Boy, again, LeBron knew the clock. Just so nonchalantly bounce pass between 2 defenders. That's just great basketball.
Nurkic is going to launch a 3 and Markkanen tips it up and in. By the way, Jackson Hayes in his career, Stu, 53% of his buckets have been dunks. Just thought I'd give you that little nugget. Here's LaRavia in the corner. after Reeves went into a dance. Keontae George. What the Lakers don't need is for him to get on a heater like he did earlier in the game. Bounce it to Nurkic, he throws it up and in.
You said they keep coming back.
Yeah, they do.
And they're right back, only down 5.
What a great characteristic and trait for this young team. Again, without Walker Kessler for the rest of the year, and everybody figured they were just going to let things go this year and get another high draft pick. Still might do that. Gabe hits it for a triple.
You talk about relocating after the dribble. That was nice play by Gabe. Let the defender go one way, he went the other.
Now, same thing with Bron. Got to get his sea legs back and his lungs back a little bit as he's out there. But he's being scrappy on defense right now, fronting Markkanen, and he helped that time in the turnover.
Just a bad pass by Nurkic. Markkanen was there.
Reeves. And that's going to be a foul.
Another look at that play where LeBron, look at that bounce pass between 2 defenders. Clock was down to about 3 or so, and it's the flush time. That's just super basketball by LeBron. We talked about how Gabe likes to, look at that relocate. The defender goes one way, he went the other, knocks down a triple.
We have this moment. How about this from Morongo?
Rob Thomas brings his hits December 3rd. Morongo, good times.
I would say they were quiet, but as Markkanen goes out, he's got 31 on the night as he heads to the bench for a rest. And they haven't been that quiet.
So Reeves misses the free throw. So some issues tonight in the Lake Show. They've missed, what, 8 free throws?
Nobody's perfect.
Come on. Leaning in is George.
Nurkic tried to save that one and threw it to the scorer's table.
Lakers on the year are right in the middle of the pack shooting free throws, about 79%. So that's their average, and tonight they're at 74%, so a little below that. Jake, 8:53 remaining, fourth quarter. 112-103. LeBron, boy, he draws. Was he drawing a crowd or what?
Forget the crowd. You see that pass off the dribble? That's 9 assists for LeBron.
Yep, 9 assists, 11 points, so he's an assist away from a double-double. Ace Bailey not there. Taken by Reeves. Looks one way, then the other. Here comes LeBron. Oh, great pass again for the double-double. Woo!
I tell you what, his lungs might not be in shape, but his vision and his basketball IQ is in shape. That's just great basketball, boy. This guy knows when to give the pass and when not, as he racks up his double-double in his first game of the season.
Daniel Kaluuya hanging out. Been in some great movies. Now he's enjoying a good second half of the Lakers. Morongo Stu Spotlight.
You know, we talked about LeBron with 10 assists. Well, a young man named Luka has 9 of his own. So the Lakers are going to have 2 players with double-digit assists in this ball game.
LeBron, 10 assists, 1 turnover for LeBron James. Nurkic, all too easy that time.
Yeah, he bumped into DeAndre and really knocked DeAndre off his spot.
This is just the 6th home game this year for the Lakers. They've got plenty left. Just getting going. Look at that pass! He's on fire! LeBron's vision, extraordinary tonight. And the delivery.
Tell you what, his basketball IQ is just off the chart as he sees LaRavia cut baseline, quick pass, 3-point opportunity on the foul by Nurkic. 11 points, 11 assists for LeBron.
And as the game goes on, everything looks a little bit better as everybody gets used to each other. Season 23, an all-time record in the NBA.
The one thing that the teammates are learning, don't be a spectator with LeBron. When he has it, move.
He's definitely in a giving mood tonight.
He's always been in a good giving mood.
Underneath that time, he missed it. And a little fake pass, here he comes again.
He wanted an assist.
on fire again.
He wanted an assist.
That is Jake for 3. Last year he was LeBron. Last year he was 6th in the NBA in assists. George trying to shoot his way back into it. Might have gotten stepped on. And now LeBron brings it into the front court. We're just 5 minutes into this 4th and final. Does it again. Ayton spins, can't score, tipped in.
LeBron says, "What are you doing? You messed up my baker's dozen." So he'll stay on 12 assists for a while.
6 in this quarter alone. 6 assists for LeBron James. And again, the turnover ratio is out of sight.
And with 6:39 to play, they feel that this is their last hope. So they bring Markkanen back. They know they've only got a couple of minutes as LeBron goes out to a rousing, nice ovation.
All right, Laker fans, you've been wondering what it's going to look like. You're seeing it tonight with LeBron back. 124-105. It's 19, Stu. 19. I mean, it took forever to get their first lead. Now it's quickly up to 19. Traveling, Luka.
Well, they're saying on his spin, he didn't put the ball or let the ball leave his hand before he moved his pivot foot.
You know, as well as Utah played and shot in the first half, sloppy here in this second half. They have 16 total turnovers. Certainly not shooting the way they were.
Yeah, that's true. But I think a lot of that has to do with the Laker defense has been a little bit more on point.
Well, accentuate that with this stat, Stu. It's an extended 41-17. Make it 41-19 Laker run. Coming up on the halfway mark of the 4th and final. Bounce now to DeAndre Ayton. Leans in, got to get it bounced. There's that soft touch for the big fella.
Yeah, from 6 to 15 feet, he's shown that he's got a nice delivery.
He's really exhibited that, and tonight 18 more for DeAndre. Jake, now to AR. Reeves looks to get into the paint, trying to get around Williams. Was lobbing it to Ayton, and the Lakers are fortunate to get control of the basketball again.
Yeah.
14 to shoot. You've got Vincent, Reeves, Ayton, LaRavia, and Doncic on the floor for the Lake Show. Reeves scooping it. Boy, he drew contact. Just went in and just kind of hip checked the defender and threw it up there.
He's getting so much better at cutting off defensive angles when you defender trying to get back into the play, and Austin takes that away from you.
59 combined tonight, Reeves and Doncic.
The discussion is, are they saying he wasn't shooting? Yeah, now they decided he was. I don't know what. If he wasn't shooting that.
We need another challenge in a Bill Kennedy
No,
soliloquy.
No,
I was just.
I'm good.
Bill Kennedy, center stage. Hey, vote for your favorite nonprofit to win the $7,500 Lakers Youth Foundation's U Grant. Go to Lakers.com today to read about the finalists and cast your vote. You know what to do. You got to choose wisely. Lakers Youth Foundation, the official team charity of your Lakers. You know, you look at the Lakers' assist totals tonight, Stu.
Yeah.
What? LeBron has 12. Luka has 10. Nobody else has more than 1. Although there's a whole bunch of guys with 1. But nobody can get a crooked number other than those two. Here is Sensabaugh.
Boy, dynamic too, though.
Oh, yeah. There's Doncic with the rebound. That's his 5th. Luka down the middle he goes, trying to lay it off again for Ayton, who was camped out. He set up that little bivouac underneath the rim, but he couldn't get the basketball. George, this is what he was drilling in the first half. Ooh, that might have been a push.
Yeah, you're not going to get away with that one.
Yeah, hand in the cookie jar that time, Luka.
From this angle, it looked like a foul.
For Luka, that's not really an argument. Who, me? That's his fourth. Second of the quarter for the Lakers. 14 fouls for Utah, so they're out of fouls. Again, big lead for the Lake Show. They put up 128, and they've got 5 minutes to play. In fact, we've entered the final 5 minutes. Brought to you by Morongo Casino Resort and Spa. Same two teams Sunday night in Salt Lake City.
Bad foul. Bad foul. 93 feet away. You pick up a foul.
Timeout.
Another timeout? Didn't you say we were under 5 minutes? Don't they know let the clock run?
That's the law of Stu. Jack in the Box game summary starting his record-breaking season. LeBron James has a double-double. Those 12 assists were really magical himself and only one turnover. Lauri Markkanen was real good early on. What a player. And we're looking forward to seeing him again on Sunday. And Luka just doing his thing. And having just as much fun as LeBron, it seems. 37, 10, and 4. So LeBron is back. No ill effects of his injury. And lots of smiles as we get set for the final 450. Again, I mentioned these two teams in Utah on Sunday. You know what I'm looking forward to on Sunday?
I can't wait.
Yes, you know what I'm thinking.
No, I don't.
Yeah, you do. What happens when the opposite team misses 2 free throws? The entire state wins chicken. Not just the city of Salt Lake, the whole darn state of Utah.
Are you sure?
Well, I'm going to find out when we get there.
Because you've been saying that for quite a while.
I know. I know that one night they were giving it away to everybody. But I think the Lakers denied them, to be honest.
2 free throws by Austin. And Austin has a quiet 26.
Yeah, hello. Kind of lost in the shuffle because there's some big stories tonight. But Austin will continue to be one of the main players. Bailey had a tough night. From outside, he's just 1 for 6 from downtown. Well, George and Markkanen in the first half. And we've been talking about it. They had 45 in the first half combined. Just 15 here in the second. Better Laker defense, obviously. Mekhi Luke, now Collier. 4:14 to play. Big lead, Lakers. George underneath, and he'll shoot free throws.
Keontae George is, he started the game off really on fire. He had, 20 in the first half or so. And it's cooled off quite a bit here in the second half. He does have a chance, though, to get to the 30-point mark here. He's got 29 with 2 free throws.
Well, they will go home after this for 2 games. You know what their reward is for returning back home? They get to play OKC in the middle of the week. Ooh, here come the Thunder.
What did they do wrong?
And then they will play the Lakers, as mentioned. So 2 more at home on this stretch of 7 games, 6 at home.
So 2 scores for the Utah Jazz with 31
points. And they have both been stars to watch for sure. This is that breakout year for Keontae George. Luka thought that was going down. Here is Ayton. He's going to put it up and in. Boy, he's been a good offensive rebounder, hasn't he?
And it's not just by accident.
Yeah. Lob underneath, and there goes Ace flying through the air to throw it down. $11 points for Bailey. So all starters with double figures. Well, they are surrounding Ayton.
Keontae George is the one that was surrounding him with both arms.
2014 for DeAndre Ayton. And now he'll go to the line for the first time tonight.
Keontae George is going to have himself quite a career.
Isn't he, though?
Yes. Quite a career.
22 years old. He was the 16th pick a couple of years ago. And again, I gave some great numbers where he ranks right now with some of the players in the NBA. He's right amongst all the best. We're going to empty the bench here for a minute, but let's give away tacos first. Lakers are going to win. You're going to win 2 free tacos with any drink purchase from Jack in the Box tomorrow. Just ask for the Lakers deal when you order. Valid only at LA area restaurants. Go Lakers and go Jack. All right, Stu, who's coming in?
Everybody's coming in.
Everybody gets tacos and everybody's coming in.
Dalton Connect came in, but the one that you heard the most cheer for was Bronny James.
Yeah.
Also, a dude came in.
Yeah, Thero's in the game. You got Connect, James, Ayton, Thero, Laravia. Those are the 5 on the floor. So Maxi Kleber and Jared Vanderbilt, the only ones who have not played tonight for the Lake Show. Remember, stick around after the game. We'll have the post-game analysis.
Well, here comes Maxi.
Yeah, Maxi's. That means Vando's the only one that will not have played tonight. Bronny, deep down.
That got the crowd on their feet.
Well, I mean, JJ has told them a million times, you got to be more aggressive. You got to look to shoot.
Yeah, he just doesn't.
He defers so much.
Yes.
George, and he gets fouled.
Another look at Bronny. Look at the space that they gave him. So he says, all right, I'll take this one and I'll make this one.
You know, the most points he had in a road game last year was at Utah. Remember back in February, he had 9 in that game. He was only shooting 30% for his young career. Still trying to find his legs there. He has racked up some serious steals, 7 steals in about 75 minutes here this month of November. And Maxi comes into the game. Good work, great work by DeAndre Ayton tonight.
Yeah, I mean, again, 20 points on 13 shots. He made 10 out of 13 shots, 14 rebounds en route to his 20 points.
DeAndre Ayton came in shooting 69%.
It'll go up just a little bit.
He entered tonight 3rd in the NBA in field goal percentage. And again, his dream start for the Lakers continues. Ronnie, bad pass.
Slow-mo, can you catch it?
And Slow-mo does and saves it. Collier. 2:20 to play. All the way, count of it goes. It doesn't go. As they were attacking Maxi that time. So 135 put up by the Lakers. All right, here's the upcoming Nissan calendar. Got Sunday at Utah, then the 2 big cup games, Clippers, Mavs. We'll have the game for you 8 o'clock on Tuesday, then the day after Thanksgiving. That'll be on Amazon Prime. And then we're right back at bringing it to you. Home games, the Pelicans, who have been kind of a mess this year. As the Lakers hit their season high in points, Stu Lance.
You said that they would put up points today.
Bronny having all kinds of problems. They take it away from him, and then a foul.
I mean, Bronny's got so much quickness when he's being face guarded, or not face guarded, but when they're crowding you like that, just blow by him off the dribble.
Harkless was the one who was really hounding him. That's 16 turnovers for the Lakers. And free throw time. This one not in doubt. Cannot be in doubt. We gave tacos away, right?
We did. You gave them away.
We. Come on. So Chick used to
you
put
didn't
it in
even
the fridge.
ask me.
Chick put it in the fridge. We give away tacos. I'm kind of partial to the fridge, to be honest. But thank you, Jack in the box for the Tacos.
Obviously, this is not a team you want to foul. They didn't get to the line many times tonight, 18.
But how many did they make, Stu?
17 of them.
That's right.
The Lakers, that's only, let me see, that's 95% for them. And the Lakers are at 74%.
Bryant trying to go, good pass. Zero gets another dunk. By the way, thank you to our great crew here tonight, led by our producer, Mark Shaw. The director is the Dubba, who will be in attendance Sunday night when the Rams play Tampa Bay, so look for him. Danita's here, the Hulksters next to me, and as I mentioned, the great crew. All of our friends, they not just our colleagues for work, but so many of them are good friends for all these years. Underneath, there's the bounce, and they step in front and take it away. That's Harkless one more time. Somebody's got to peel himself off the deck, and that is Slow-Mo. One of the great nicknames, I swear, of all time. Because it looks like he's going that slow, but he's not. I mean, you go out there and try to guard that guy, and that ain't happening. He's going to score on you.
But he has shown he does have two speeds.
Are you saying slow and slower?
No. Slow and just a little bit faster.
Yeah, there you go.
But he's always under control.
Yeah,
I mean, literally always under control.
He's been a big part of a lot of teams now. And one of our favorites to watch. That one is in. Kyle, of course, played 2 years at UCLA. In Westwood, California. LaRavia
works his way to the free throw line.
Post game's coming up. About a half a minute or so. We'll have a few days off. I'm sure Luka will be busy doing one thing or another in high demand. The star quality that he has. But again, tonight was a big welcome back for LeBron James.
Big welcome back.
Big welcome
Jake
back.
misses a free throw. Jake's got 15 points off the bench. Did more, not quite. Almost outscored the other team by himself, but he's behind a few.
Listen, this is a nice game for the Laker bench. 40 points off the bench. They average 24 a night.
Well, having all of your players back.
Yeah.
Especially when a couple of those were starters.
What are they going to do here, Stu?
I hope hatchet.
They're going to hatchet.
I hope hatchet.
Well, Lakers are going to go to 11-4. Jazz will fall to 5-9. 140 to 125. And the Lakers come home for one brief game and get a win. At home now they are 4-2. And against the Western Conference, they are 8-3. So a lot of respect at midcourt. And again, we're going to see these guys again in just a few days. So all good. This is the first of 4 meetings between the Jazz and the Lakers. We'll see them again in December. And then the very last game of the season will be the Jazz and the Lake Show. And Luka, of course, had your basic Luka Magic game, 37, 10, and 5. Didn't shoot the three all that well, but that kind of gets lost in all the good that happened. And he is with Mike.
All right, Luka, a lot of smiles from you guys in the second half. Looked like you were having some fun playing basketball. Obviously, LeBron's return. What did you see out there as you flip things around from the first half?
Yeah, I think in the third quarter, we play our game. Everybody's enjoying it. We shared the ball. We scored a lot of points, playing defense. So that third quarter was happy for everybody.
Look, I mean, you and LeBron have a lot in common basketball-wise, the way that you see the game. How did you think it was going to go with him integrating, and especially after all?
Friend.
He called you a friend. You're friends, right?
He wants to be my friend, but I'm not allowing it.
All right, fair enough. I'll reiterate the question. Just integrating LeBron back into this group. What's been the key, and how easy did you expect it was going to go?
It's great. It's been a long time since he played basketball. So I think for first game he looked amazing. He's gonna keep getting in rhythm. He's gonna help us a lot.
All right. So Austin just came over and said hello. What does he need to do for you to accept him as a friend?
Nothing. He can't do nothing.
All right, one more for you. What do you guys need to do now? You got a couple more days of rest before we go to Utah, then a bunch of games at home. Do you feel like this could be a good stretch for you as a team?
I love it. It's always good to be home. Had some tough games. I mean, I don't really know what games will come now, but I know we go Utah, come back, so we need to rest these 3-4 days and get our energy back up.
Thank you, Luka. All right, Billy, back to you.
All right, Michael. Good job. 140 to 125 is the final from Crypto.com Arena here in downtown LA. Make sure to catch our next telecast. It's coming up Sunday at 5 when the Lakers travel to Salt Lake to take on the Jazz. Pre-game will be an hour before. We're going to send you to the studio for Access Sportsnet Lakers, brought to you by your Toyota dealers right after this. Good win, and we'll see you right back on the road Sunday night.
Max music.